What is up, guys, and welcome back to another day of Whitley Auto Works. Now, I don't know about you guys, and maybe it's just me. I'm definitely a car guy at heart, but man, I hate, and let me know if you do the same, I hate having to clean my car. I don't know what it is. I love having a clean car. I do not like having dirt. I'm OCD as crap when it comes to my cars, but I hate having to clean it. And I've been this way since as long as I can remember, and if you know me, you know. I used to have my buddies clean my cars for me because they wanted me to take them somewhere so they could pick up a girl or whatever. Man, I hate it. But anyways, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so there's no secret that like I've said before, the paint on this thing is not the best in the world. I've done some paint work on it as you've seen in previous videos, but I mean, this paint, it just doesn't really match the best. And I wasn't really worried about it at first because the shape of this thing just isn't all that great. It's got a lot of scratches, dings, and stuff like that on. I'll show you some in just a second. But today, pretty much, we're going to start doing some paint work on this. I got a little bit in mind of doing something a little bit different than usual. I'm going to do a little bit of two-toning type stuff. So, yeah, let me just kind of walk you through it real quick, kind of show you the real condition of this car and why we're going to start doing some paint work. Alright, like I said, the color don't match the best. There's a lot of scratches and stuff all over it. You know, I didn't do the best blend job. I don't know if you can really see that. It was just kind of temporary. Let's see. It's got a dent right there that kind of bothers me. I mean, just a lot of little things, guys. Scratches, stuff like this, where the dealership or whatever decided that they were going to touch some stuff up. And then this weird spot up here, I don't know if you can see that, where like the clear is either fading, or I don't know what that is. I think they touched it up or something. But yeah, so it's just not, like I said, it's not what I want really. And I don't mind the white, but we're going to make some changes. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove these mirror caps. Now supposedly there's two little tabs right here and right here holding it on, and you can kind of wedge something in here like this and kind of pry back on it and it'll come up. So let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. At least that's the goal, obviously. Here's the cap. Alright guys, so I've taken off the mirror caps because obviously we're going to be painting them and it's going to be a whole lot easier to do off the car. I don't mind the white, but I'm kind of getting tired of it already, and obviously I know how to paint stuff, so yeah, that's the route we're going with this. But yeah, these are going to go gloss black as well as some other stuff on the car. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a two-tone thing. I want to kind of switch it up, do something a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting stuff sanded and prepped. You guys kind of already know the deal. Sand it down with 320, wet sand it with 500, get it prepped and ready. And I'll cut you guys back on when we're ready to spray some paint. So sometimes when you're painting stuff and you don't have proper stand, you got to get creative. So I've used paint sticks and a 2x4 to hold this, guys. And I got it taped up pretty good, as you can see. That's going to hold the caps on there good enough for the paint. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll get to spraying. Alright, so some of you guys might have already caught on what I'm doing. I'm not just going to be doing the mirror caps. I am going to be doing the middle of the roof section. Now, this is really popular on modern cars. They have the black roof complete in the middle. And with the way this car is, it has this nice little body line right here. So I figured it'd be a good way to break it up. And then if I want to change the color or do anything else with it, then that'll be one less thing I got to paint, including these mirror caps. So, and just like I said, give it more of a two-tone, nicer look effect. But anyways, I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to get this taped up, prepped up, and we'll be ready to spray. Alright guys, so the two biggest parts of doing a roof like this is one, making sure the area, the line, so to speak, that you're going up to is sanded good. I sanded that whole area, including some of this, because I am going to be spraying that too eventually. With some 320. That way I wanted to make sure that everything grabs. I don't want to pull this tape back when I'm done and it pull paint away or anything like that. And another thing is too, always pull tape when you do stuff like this while it's wet. Don't wait till it's completely dry. If you do, you run the risk of pulling and messing up your line and everything else. And make sure this tape, I mean, I went through it with my daggone finger really hard, just making sure that this tape is pushed down good, because I want a good, crisp, clean line. And what I did was I overlapped it barely. That way all this gets black and you have a little bit of overlap. I didn't want it on this side, because this whole pillar I want to keep body color, whatever we decide to do. So that's the hardest part of it, other than sanding. And next, what I got to do is sanding. Also, what I'm going to be doing is blacking the spoiler too. So I got the third brake light taped up. And like I said, I debated leaving it white, but the thing is, I've seen some other cars done this way and it just kind of looks out of place. I figure run the whole roof section in black. It'll look a lot sleeker and kind of break up the whole contrast. Like I said, this car is very egg-shaped, so I'm trying to break up everything the best I can and give it a little more character. But that's kind of where I'm at right now, guys. The sunroof actually opens to the inside, so I am going to open the sunroof and tape everything up in there and sand it real good with 320 and 500. I might just do 320. I'm just going to wait and see. But anyways, I'm going to get this prepped up and completely done, and we'll be shooting the roof and the mirrors. Alright guys, so fast forward a little bit. I got everything taped up, cleaned, everything. I did had a couple of little spots, like you saw that one I sanded down on the roof, and a couple spots where I went through the bare metal, so I hit it with some of that 4603 primer, and I'm going to let this dry. It's a little humid. I think the temperature right now is probably in the mid 80s and the humidity's up, and it's not good to paint when it's humid, so I'm going to let this harden up really good, and we'll come back in the morning and we'll spray it in and I'll show you guys the final results. Alright guys, so the paint I'm using today is DX8 Black. It is a Chrysler Black, but there are only two additives in it, as you can see. One is black and one is binder, and this is fast dry acrylic enamel, so this will be the cheapest and the blackest black you can get in gloss. So if you need to get any paint, there's your paint code. Let's get the spraying. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this part on the GTI paint job. I hope you like it. I really like the gloss black roof. I think it's going to break it up and give it a little bit more pizzazz. On the next video, we are going to be possibly revealing the color that I'm doing the outside of the car and finishing up the paint process. So you'll just have to stay tuned. I got to give the roof time to dry and harden good before I start laying tape on it or anything else. So I literally just sprayed it right before I did this clip. So anyways, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. If you don't mind, please smash that like button below if you're liking what I'm doing. It helps me spread out to other people on YouTube. You know how the algorithm is, all that crazy mess. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching regardless. We are growing. We're almost up to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys very much. God bless. And I will see you guys on the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out.